Howdy everybody, ArgonMatrix here, welcome you to episode 10 of Let's Play Bloodborne. Can you guess where I am right now? Here's a hint. Oh, hidden path. You card. This is the bottom of the shortcut that we opened last time. Last time in Old Yarnum, as a matter of fact, our third video in this forsaken hellhole, I suppose. I'm not trying to be disparaging to Old Yarnum, it's pretty much literally a forsaken hellhole. Forsaken in that it was, like, abandoned, and I guess hellhole in that it's all full of fire and beasts and shit. Not much more of an accurate representation you could get than that, I suppose. Look at these guys. They're trying to be so cute with their little ambush here. Aw. It's adorable. Get on out of here. You didn't even hit me once, you silly gooses. Anyway. So let's keep on heading on through here. We're actually pretty low, pretty far down in Old Yarnum now. Starting to be pretty dark down here, and the Gatling gun won't be able to get us, like I said, so that's nice to know. Ooh, that lycanthrope is sure probably gonna get us, though. Some way or another. Punch and blood cocktails. Actually, because I put those on my quick par, I believe. Yeah, I did. Let's see if we can try and use those a little bit strategically around here. Because there's a bunch of those, like, lycanthrope wolf things around here, and I'd like to try and, kind of kite them as best I can, I suppose. Doesn't open from this side. Kind of unfortunate. Oh well. We always manage to open those doors one way or another. Okay, here he comes. Here he comes to save the day. It's Wolfman! Yay, Wolfman! Alright, I might not use a punch of blood cocktail. Actually, maybe I will. Let's just give it a shot. Here. Take it. Yeah, look, he's going nuts. He's going nuts. He's like a cat with catnip. Oh, he can't handle it, man. This poor wolf. That just totally screwed him up. Look at that. Because he was trying to, like, attack the area where the blood cocktail was, I think. I think that's how that works. Dude, you have a big jaw. Did you guys see that? The most unhinged jaw this side of Old Yarnum. Which admittedly is not a very big place, I suppose, but... And he's down. Not so bad. Now these wolves down in Old Yarnum, they have the very nice property of dropping pretty much exclusively, if not literally exclusively, bloodstone shards. Because the wolves that we first encountered way up in central Yarnum, they don't, they more often than not will drop blood vials. Sometimes bloodstone shards, rarely. But these guys are nigh on guaranteed to drop bloodstone shards, so keep that in mind. Beast blood pellet. Another item that I might have to, take a crack at. Wow. Alright. You know, those other wolfmen, they had an ambush set up, and it was pretty cute and, like, silly. That one was a little more terrifying than that. Where did you even come from? I think he's actually, like, hanging up here with this fella. With this lovely gentleman. He's hanging up on that, like, building side, that facade there. So keep that in mind if you ever come through here, I suppose. Oh, Jesus! Speaking of ambushes, you guys are the worst. You're way smarter than your looks would indicate, you know that, right? Have you thought about applying to Mensa? I mean, you're dead now. Beast blood pellets, so they can drop beast blood pellets too. Which I should actually show off. Large medicinal pellets supposedly formed from coagulated beast blood. Banned by the Healing Church due to their unclear origin. Grants a spurt of beasthood. Ripping apart the flesh of one's enemies and being rained upon by their spattering blood invigorates one's sense of beasthood, feeding strength and euphoric feeling alike. So this is really kind of interesting. I'm not entirely sure how beasthood works. So it's not like you transform into a beast when you use that or anything, as it's the wording might seem to indicate. That's kind of what I thought when I first encountered that. But no. It gives you a significant boost to your damage output for a short time, I think. And I think the time is determined by your insight level. Like, your beasthood meter will be bigger depending on... Well, let me try and show it off here. Let me just see how it works. I'll use this, and then we get, like, a meter like this. What does this do? I think the way this works... Yeah, so while this is active, you can attack enemies, and the more quickly you attack them, the faster your beasthood will fill up. And then I guess once it gets full is when you get the attack bonus or something. And it's kind of like poison in that you wait for the meter to wear down before, like, it runs out. It's kind of interesting. It might be better if you're using a quicker weapon, like the threaded cane or something, so you can get in more hits per second. But for me, it's not especially worthwhile. I don't know, I might try it out at some other point here. It seems to be lasting a while if this yellow smoke coming off of my boobs is any indication. So... Oh, you know what? I should actually head back up here. Because those with keen memories might recognize this place as where we first came into Old Yarnum through. We kind of followed that nightmare imp down a series of rooftops and made our way to this ladder eventually. Yeah, starting to ring a bell, ain't it? So this is actually an extremely handy shortcut, allowing us to pretty much bypass the Gatling gun guy entirely. Let me get this nightmare imp now, because I missed him the first time through. Don't go down! Oh, man, you're gonna have to make me run this whole loop. Just for your shitty ass. You better drop like 5 of these motherfucking shards. 3. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna work my way back up really quick, just a second. Alright, guys, I figured since I was cutting away anyway, I would take the opportunity to do a few of my errands, I guess, in Hunter's Dream. So, I'll give you the rundown of what I did really quick. I crunched all my cold blood dew to get, I think, an additional 3,000 echoes. I reinforced my repeating pistol up to +3 and my hunter's torch up to +2, I believe. I went and bought some quicksilver bolts from the shop, and now spending the rest of this on levels here so that I don't have to worry about walking around with 17,000 echoes on my shoulders. I can get 5 levels here, which is pretty decent. 2 into strength and 1 into everything else that's blue here. Hunky-dory, man. Spend 15,000. Good lord.
Farewell, good hunter.
Not too shabby at all.
May you find your worth in the waking world.
Likewise. I also swapped out some of my blood gems in my weapons, putting one in my gun and swapping one out on my axe. I can't put any in the torch, unfortunately. That would be kind of cool, but anyway. Yeah, so now I don't have the gradual HP recovery on my axe, but that's fine, because I think that was like 1 HP every 4 seconds or something ridiculous. Not especially worth it. And now I get a little bit more physical prowess out of it, so win-win situation. Alright, back down here in the depths of Old Yarnum. Here's this wolf that ambushed us earlier. It's a tempting visceral attack, but I think I'm just going to leave him alone, because he seems a little scary. Ooh, what the hell is down there? I don't know if I can actually ever get down there. It looks like fucking Nocturne Alley down there. There's a gate or something? Weird. Alright, I'm going to head through the smoke here, because I know this guy's here, and I just want him out of here, because I don't need his shrieking ass powering up these lycanthropes. Boy, I tell you, boy, I tell you, boy, I tell you what. Yeah, you just keep on with yourself, buddy. Okay. 10 quicksilver bullets, man. I just bought 10 quicksilver bullets, I'm pretty sure, at the shop there. So we're pretty well loaded up on those for the time being. Ooh, another nightmare imp here. See if I can get him before he's gone. Gotta be very careful of your surroundings when you're chasing these guys, because a monster could very well take advantage of your tunnel-like focus and just smack you upside the head or something. Not too shabby. Looks like we're heading down towards that church that we saw a little bit earlier. And now that I think about it, I should... This is kind of a weird tangential thought, but I have the stats to use both the Kirkhammer and the Rifle Spear, so I should show those off at some point. It might do that at like the end of the video or something as a weapons showcase. Hello. Summon Alfred. So this is what the old Hunter Bell is about that we got way early on in the game. You can use it to summon certain NPCs, in this case Alfred, the guy who gave us fire paper up in the church above Old Yarnum. And he can help us like clear out the enemies, beat the area boss, stuff like that. Man, this guy's party. Can you give me your dietary plan, mister? I'd like to get on that. Eat 12 eggs a day or something to have the kind of constitution of these wolf people. So, I would if you're having trouble with this area, I would definitely recommend summoning Alfred. Just keep in mind that it uses 1 insight to do so. And you will lose that insight, permanently. So, I mean, not that insight's an exceptionally rare resource, but, you know, it's valuable enough to not just go blowing it willy-nilly. Smash through all these guys here. Did I really get slow poisoned? Man, I really should switch back to, Gascoigne stuff, I guess, if I don't want that happening every other second. Let me do that really quick. Yeah, look at that. Slow poison resistance. It practically doubles, I think, so probably a wise investment. Hi there. Can I get a good look at this guy? I don't know if I can zoom in with this thing or not. I can walk with it so I can get a little closer. You don't look like any lycanthrope I've seen before. You actually kind of remind me of that thing that was, up on the crucifix in that earlier church where you got the ritual blood. So that's kind of unnerving. Well, let's get right into it, I suppose. Welcome to the 3rd boss of Bloodborne. Potentially, anyway, the 3rd boss. Blood-starved beast. And this guy is a major stopping point for a lot of people, because he can really, very quickly, as you can see, fuck you up if you're not prepared for him. But I'm going to give you the lowdown on how to deal with Blood-starved beasts. First, visceral attacks are your friend. Just like that. You get the timing down right, you can do it pretty repeatably. Second, fire paper. Also your friend. Because this guy is a beast. He's weak to fire and serrated weapons. You can see I'm doing a substantial number on him. Third, if you've upgraded your hunter's torch, that also does a significant number on him. 72 for that. Doesn't seem like much, especially compared to my axe. But that's mostly because my axe has fire paper on it right now. Or he's shrieking, which means he's into phase 2, I believe. Which means all of his attacks now do poison damage, I think. And there's one attack you really gotta watch out for, because if you get hit by it, I'm pretty sure, no matter what kind of health you're at this point in the game, it's, unless you're, ridiculously overleveled, 90 or something, then it's a one-hit kill. And I guess really the final... Actually, there's a few more things you can do. You can use, Punch and Blood cocktails work well on this guy, as long as you don't screw it up. Yeah, see, now he's focused over here. Landing a few good hits. Watch out for that. Man, he is so gross. Okay, watch out, because he's going to, explode poison. This is pretty much the first thing he does every time he enters his 3rd phase. Yeah, so Punch and Blood cocktails can get his ass off of you for a little while anyway. Watch out, that's the attack. Okay. When you see him, unhinge his jaw like that and give you the fucking death stare, that's when you gotta, get out of his way. Because he's gonna try and grab you, and if he does, he will just lay into you and pretty much do all your health in one shot. So be very careful. By the way, fun thing in this phase, just standing near him, not even getting hit by his attacks, is raising my poison meter. So that's lovely. Oh, he's doing this thing again. Let me see if I can get a Molotov in there. Yeah. Not especially great damage, but, you know, that's respectable at least. Okay. Alright, get your antidotes going. No problem, no problem. Heal up once. He's almost done here. If I can get this down in one go, I'd be very happy not to have to fight Blood-starved beasts again. One more hit, looks like. Is it? Oh, I thought I hit him there. Let me do this. No, 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 no. Oh shit. Oh, I was trying to do fancy. Oh, shoot him. Oh no, 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 no. Fuck. I didn't realize I was poisoned. Oh no. Oh, truly a match for the ages, that was. Oh man, I was so high on just shooting him to death at that last moment that I didn't realize. That's too fucking funny. All my blood echoes down there now. Shit, man. That was so good, too. But in the end, Bloodborne had the last laugh after all. But that's Bloodstar Beast in a nutshell. He dropped this Thumeru Chalice for us. Ritual chalice found in the Church of the Good Chalice. Used in a ritual at the tomb altar in Hunter's Dream to break the seal of the old underground labyrinth. Let the chalice reveal the tomb of the gods. Let blood be the hunter's nourishment. And let ye partake in communion. So this opens up a very interesting aspect of the game that I'm going to probably not talk on too much right now. But that is indeed the chalice that Gehrman was speaking of, enshrined in the Valley Hamlet down here. Fuck. Oh, I still can't believe that just happened. I'm gonna go retrieve my blood echoes really quick. Alright, we're back here in the Church of the Good Chalice, where we just had our ridiculous brawl against Bloodstar Beast. Here's my echoes. Thankfully, we didn't miss out on too much down here. No, like, cutscenes that we glitched out or anything. And this itself actually dead ends pretty quick here. We got a lantern that we can activate. Light lamp, there we go. So now we can actually just warp down here if need be. But it is a dead end, so I don't presume that we'll have to at any point. Head back around here for some antidotes, which are pretty useful during the fight if you happen to run out at any time. I really should have used one at the last second there, I guess, but there you go. Let's head back to Hunter's Dream and fucking recuperate after that. That was way too intense, man. Alright, well we managed to pick up this holy chalice that Gehrman was talking about, so let's see if he's got any new information for us now. He is here, so presumably.
The healing church and the blood ministers who belong to it were once guardians of the hunters in the times of the hunter Ludwig. They worked and forged weapons in their unique workshop. Today, most ministers don't recall the hunters, but they have much to offer you. And so, heed the message of your forebears. Ascend to Ascend to Erden Chapel. From there, you will find the church workshop.
Oh, that's even more cryptic than your last hint, Gehrman. Ascend to Odin Chapel, so we know Odin Tomb. So presumably they'd be above that somehow, but I guess we'll just have to see. Can I get anything interesting here? No, it doesn't look like it. That's probably gonna have to be about it for this video. I can show off a few things since I have a tiny bit of time here. Not gonna get into what that chalice is used for just yet. We'll probably do that in a separate video here. We do have this this bloody messenger bandage now that we can give to these guys. Let's show that off. Oh, that's fucking... Dudes, that's nasty, put back on the ribbon. I want to remember that girl. I don't want to remember how fucked up the beast blood is. And I guess I'm not going to spend my blood echoes just because I'd rather just do that between videos or something. But I can show off these two weapons here that I haven't yet. The Kirk Hammer, which is pretty nice, and it's just untransformed form here. It's a nice sword, pretty Dark Soulsy if you're used to that kind of combat. And when you transform it, boom, man, becomes a totally different class of weapon. Look at this motherfucker. It's pretty fun to kind of lug this thing around, I will admit. But I do think I still prefer the axe, in my personal opinion. But that could be fun to play around with at some point. The rifle spear here is more of a skill and blood tinge focused weapon. It's got these nice stabs with your untransformed version. Transform it here. Boom, you shoot. And actually that's what the transformed attack kind of does. Well, you can actually just press L2 to shoot with it, so it's nice to have. It's a two-handed weapon that actually still lets you shoot, so very nice. For certain playstyles anyway. Not particularly my forte. Just gonna stick with the Hunter's Axe for a little while anyway. But I think that's gonna have to be it for this video. And what a video it was. Next time, we'll maybe see about that Holy Chalice, and presumably follow in Gehrman's words. Maybe ascend to Odin Chapel, see what's up with that. For now, though, let's get this hat out of my eyes. Thanks, everyone, for watching. This is ArgonMatrix, signing out. Thank you and good night.